Are learning more about the Ocean Parkway driver police say is responsible for the horrific fatal crash over the weekend, and some new charges that driver is now facing.
Police say the 32-year-old woman who was driving the vehicle had a suspended license when she hit the mother walking with her children. Let's get right to Good Day's Haley Fixler. She is live in Borough Park, Brooklyn with the very latest. Haley, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Tishania, the mother and 2 out of her 3 children she was walking with on Saturday died. And the youngest child, a 4-year-old little boy, is still in the hospital right now in critical condition. Now, NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch says the driver accused in this crash shouldn't have even been on the road. Here is what we know. On Saturday afternoon, this silver car was about to take a right-hand turn onto Ocean Parkway when this blue car slammed into it. The force pushed this silver car out of the way, but the blue car kept barreling on, hitting 34-year-old Natasha Sada, her 8-year-old daughter Diana, 5-year-old daughter Deborah, and 4-year-old son Philip. Natasha, Diana, and Deborah were killed. Their funeral was yesterday. The little boy still fighting for his life.
This was just an innocent mother. She's probably just taking a walk, enjoying her Saturday, and it's just very unfortunate.
It's really a shame, and my heart goes out to the family. You know, I can't even imagine how the husband and that little baby is in the hospital.
Now, the driver of the car was 32-year-old Miriam Urimi. She is currently getting a psych evaluation at Bellevue after she allegedly said some things to first responders immediately after the crash. Officials say not only did she have a suspended license, but she also reportedly had 93 moving violations and $10,000 of unpaid fines. While she hasn't yet been arraigned, Urimi is facing numerous charges, including 3 counts of second-degree manslaughter, 3 counts of criminal negligent homicide, and 4 counts of second-degree assaults. Surveillance video of the crash that we are not going to show you shows how seemingly fast Urimi was going when she hit the Sada family. People living in this neighborhood tell us it's not uncommon to see drivers treat this strip of road like a freeway. While neighbors say they are happy that the police are now cracking down on speeders, they say they wish enforcement would have happened earlier to try and prevent this tragedy. And as for the people that were in the other car that was hit, we are told that they were taken to the hospital, but they should be okay. Investigators say that they're also working to determine if Urimi ran a red light and whether or not she was under the influence. Live in Borough Park, Dan, Tishani.
Haley, thank you.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, its honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder/bishop, and the great millstone who taught me 100% of this truth, who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, the sincere 144,000 scattered abroad, 4 winds and corners of the earth. Shalom. Wow. That is a total wreck. Man, that car wreck and that car accident was just... I'm from Brooklyn, and I know Ocean Parkway is known for as a highway where a lot of cars is back and forth, and it is very dangerous to cross the street. You have to watch for the light and give yourself a couple of seconds for these cars to actually slow down and stop at the intersection of a red light. At the intersection of a red light, yo, some cars still come across the white line into the intersection of the crosswalk. Some cars don't even stop before the white line, the white painted line of the intersection of the crosswalk. Ocean Parkway is a massive highway. It's like cars are zooming, fume, 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 fume. Especially when there's a green light and they have the right to drive. Man, they be zooming, cutting people off. Wow. They don't even signal. They don't even make a signal before they make their moves while they're driving when it's a green light. A lot of people have licenses and still driving like it's Need for Speed. Like, yo, take your time. The road is not going nowhere. I know you might be in a rush, but think. You're not the only one with a car driving on the road. You're not the only one in a car that got somewhere to go. You're not the only one in a car that's in a rush. But you know people in the world. Our people, Jake the Snake, Eve that like to deceive as well. 2/3 of our people as well. And then when it comes to these other nations, yo, they be thinking they think they run the earth. But deep down, it's Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, who runs this. Who's the orchestrator and puppet master of things that's going on the earth. But it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, man. I feel sorry for the family that lost their lives, and there's one child still in the hospital, hospitalized. I feel sorry for the kid, because you done lost your mom, 2 other siblings, and then you fighting for your life in a hospital. But the crazy lady that was behind the wheel, that hit those innocent people crossing the street and crossing Ocean Parkway at the intersection, that crazy lady had a suspended license. What are you doing behind the wheel with a suspended license? What are you doing behind the wheel driving with a suspended license, first of all? Then on top of that, you have a total of 93 moving violations. 93 moving violations. Yo, and over $10,000 in unpaid fines. Over $10,000 of unpaid fines. This lady got to be out of her mind to be behind the wheel to drive at that moment in that time. That's straight facts. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're risking yourself, number one, and the countless lives of people around you. Even though I don't give a damn about these other nations, like they could kick rocks. You're just a drop in the bucket unto spittle. Just because you come from Adam, don't mean you really consider anything but just a small drop of the bucket unto spittle. These other nations is nothing. I don't care about the other nations, but just overall paying attention to what's going on around and seeing what's going on in the news and how man and woman in general is conducting themselves. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. How you even get a chance to get behind the wheel? They should have been put a boot on her vehicle and done towed that shit somewhere until she fixed the unpaid fines. You have over $10,000 in unpaid fines. Your car should have been booted and towed somewhere. Over $10,000 in fines. Over 93 moving violations on top of that too. And $10,000 in fines. Unpaid fines. $10,000 in unpaid fines. And your car haven't been booted. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is not a joke. Countless and innocent people done lost their lives because of a Amalekite. These tiny hat. These and it was an Amalekite at that. And I think the victims was Issachar, Espanol, Latino. I think it was Latino people, man. Them victims was Latino people, if I'm not mistaken. Because they didn't give many details on the people who, was the victims. The mom that died, the two other siblings that's were basically children that died, and there's just one kid left, hospitalized, fighting for his life. This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls as God in JC. See, people better fear the Lord. Fear the Lord, Israel. Fear the Lord. It's a lot of madness taking place. And you gotta walk circumspectly. Wise, but not as a fool. Because redeeming the times is evil. You know what I mean? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the real one who's orchestrating this. Every morning he bring forth his judgment. Every morning he bring forth judgment. People not fearing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They not fearing the Lord. They get up every day careless. Careless. They not seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They not seeking the Lord. They seeking their own pleasures of life. They wake up. They don't pray. You know. They going about their day. Doing whatever they want. Living their life. They don't have no fear for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It is a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. He's the one that kill, and he's the one that maketh alive. If you want to pull your card and your number and snatch you and take you, you ain't gonna know. You just never know. But Ocean Parkway is a particular type of highway in Brooklyn. You know, I live not too far from Ocean Parkway. You know what I'm saying? Ocean Parkway is just a few blocks, man, away from me. More than 10 blocks away. You know what I mean? But Ocean Parkway is a dangerous parkway, man. Dangerous. People nowadays driving don't care. They don't signal. They not paying attention to, you know, what's going on around their vehicle. They're not a defensive driver. You see, it's good to be a defensive driver. When you're a defensive driver, you know how to maneuver and use your mirrors to defend and be defensive when you're driving. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people want to marry. A lot of people got the Mario Kart mentality behind the wheel. I'm serious. Times I have to wait for the light to when you wait for the light to change, after the light change, you got to give it 2-3 seconds to stay steady after it changes. When the light tells you to walk, soon as it soon as it changes and it say walk, don't rush to walk. Give it 2 seconds, 3 seconds after the light change that you can actually walk. I wait for every car to stop, take my time and look around. And the cars that got the right of way to go, I even watch them too. Because sometimes when they got the right to go, they don't wait for pedestrians to cross the street correctly either. They ready to turn into you. Some of them don't even have their signal on that they're making a left turn. Or they're making a right turn. They don't even do those things nowadays, hardly. I be really paying attention to these drivers sometimes. And I be wondering where they mind at. Usually it's in their cell phone. Usually it's in the radio and the stereo system in their vehicle. Or their mind is somewhere else completely. Or they ignorant and angry and they don't give a damn. Like this lady, you driving without a suspended license. You driving with a suspended license. You're driving without a license because your license is suspended. Your license is suspended. 93 moving violations. So you telling me, wait, hold on. And I think the lady behind the wheels is an Amalekite, a tiny hat. One of those little small hat women. One of those Amalekite women dealing with them that's married to one of those Amalekite men. Them little small hats. Them little dirty, tiny hats. That soon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to kick in the back of the head and chop and bring that sword, because he's coming back. He ain't bringing no peace but a sword. Matthew verse chapter 10 and verse 34. Gonna chop their head off. Amalek think he gonna keep continuing to build, but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna throw down. Bring this place down to the ground. But you know them, they think they the true children of Israel and they the chosen ones. And if you were, it would be peace in the land. It wouldn't be war and corruption and abominable things going on with your X, Y, and Z, LMNOP, damn well parades going on and weirdo stuff. But it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, man. I ain't gonna make this too long. You know, it's a quick hit, quick touch. Gotta bring this out, man. Israel, we gotta pay attention to the times, man. These times is evil right about now. People ain't giving a damn. They don't care about nothing. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, do all these things. This is a fact. People not fearing the Lord. They don't have fear for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Humble yourself. Humble down. Seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua with fear and trembling, man. Reach out. Seek your salvation with fear and trembling. This is a time of this is a grace period, a time to repent and turn back before Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua bring this Salakia, bring this heavy judgment, heavy judgment to this world. Four corners and winds of the earth. Everywhere is gonna be burnt and desolate and destroyed. 2/3 of our people, Jake the snake and Eve that like to deceive, is still playing around. Still playing around. Probably out here just like this Amalekite woman right now. Suspended license. Plenty of moving violation. Hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars in unpaid fines. And still behind the wheel doing as they like. But her vehicle should have been got a boot and towed. Over 93 moving violations. Over $10,000 in unpaid fines towards your vehicle. What? If that was Jake or Eve that like to deceive, or a brother in this truth, a Akim, or a sister that's in this truth, a Aqua in this truth, best believe they would have been got a boot on their vehicle. Best believe it would have been got towed. Boom. Best believe they would have had to get that shit up out of the pound. Boom. They wouldn't even reach that much. Over 93 moving violations. Shit. When you got one or two, it's a wrap for you. If it was just a couple of hundreds of dollars in unpaid fines, what? They coming for your vehicle right on time. But since it's an Amalekite, they gonna sit there and look at it like it's all good, it's all right. Let me bring this out. We gotta bring this out. Because these Amalek and these Amalekites get away with, yo, these little small hats, these tiny hats, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. They dirty, disgusting. Ugh. Red pill. Nasty looking. Ugh. Get out of here. Like, I can't stand them. I used to work for them. They got this security company called Secured in Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn. And trust me, I used to work for them. They really think they run stuff because they got Well, the earth been placed in the hands of the wicked. And who are the wicked? These Edomites, these Amalekites, and these other nations. You see, for this truth, we're going to have to stand 10 toes down and stand on business. You see? You're not supposed to love the cares of this world or the cares of this life. You're going to have, so a lot of us is going to get put to death for this truth. A lot of us is going to have to go through a lot for this truth. But we have to overall fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Don't be scared what man could do to you. You're going to have to fight for Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Stand 10 toes down. But this is crucial. If it was our people were moving violations, they did quick. They did quick. Unpaid fines, they did quick. To tow your vehicle up out of there. Put a boot on it and tow it up out of there. Gone. You there chasing your vehicle. Gotta speak to the tow person. To the tow man, the tow woman, whoever's behind the wheel of that tow truck. You gonna have to speak to. But you driving with a suspended license? Massive moving violations? Thousands of dollars in unpaid fines? Look what happened. Look what happened. This is crazy. But Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah is the one behind this, orchestrating it. He formed the light and create darkness. He make peace and create evil. It's Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah who do all these things. That's the real puppet master. That's the real one creating the evils out here, as well as the good. But look at the earth. It's not one that does good down here. Everybody deserves to be put to death. We on somebody else's platform. This don't belong to me. This don't belong to you. This don't belong to no man and woman. This belong to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly call as God and JC. I'm going to close out with one more. I don't want to make this too long. Let's close out with one more, man. That's sad what happened to them children and their mother especially. There's only one kid left in the hospital, man. Sad. Very, very, very sad. This is 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord, thy power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah of Israel, shall be put to death. Let me say that for again. Should be put to death. Whoever will not seek Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, thy power of Israel, whether small or great, whether man or woman. It doesn't matter. Those were children walking with their mother crossing Ocean Parkway. Ocean Parkway is a dangerous street to just a dangerous little highway just to pass in Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn. I'm from New York. I live in Brooklyn. And living in Brooklyn my whole life, Ocean Parkway, you gotta be careful. There's nothing but speed demons out there. Mario Kart drivers. Need for speed. What? Fast and the Furious. Speed racers out there. Hey. Gotta walk circumspectly, Israel. Keep your eyes open and your ears open. Walk circumspectly. Wise. But not as a fool, man. Because redeeming the times is very evil right now, man. Things is just brewing up. And things is happening all around us right about now. So you have to stay humble. Stay meek. But I pray this video and lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash. Shalom.